Welcome to Mindful Movement. I am Jessica Kronowski, founder and CEO of Pure Life Therapy. With mindful movement, it is important to move slowly, gently, simply breathing and feeling whatever position the body is in, exploring your limitations. You always want to be sure to be honoring how you feel and to be staying within your limits. If anything should hurt, please pull back and do a modification that you know works for you, or perhaps even disregard the stretch that we are on and doing a stretch that feels right for you in this moment. It's really about exploring sensations within the body that help you to feel relaxed and aware and have a new connection between the body and the mind. If you have any injuries or you need any movements to be modified, please feel free to reach out. I can definitely help you with that. And if you need any props, such as a pillow or a block or a blanket, please feel free to grab it, as I have my pillow right here for my low back injury. The intention here is to explore the boundary between what your body can do and when it says stop. You never want to go beyond the point where it says stop, and go at your own pace, simply breathing and feeling whatever sensations are present. We really want to encourage patience and non-striving, because this isn't the Olympics. We're not competing with anybody. We are simply being in the moment and feeling. So with a breath, gently and mindfully, finding yourself lying on the floor on your back. Legs flat on the floor, arms by the side of the body, hands up. And if it feels right for you, gently closing the eyes. Taking a few breaths here, allowing the feelings of the body, the sensations of the body lying on the floor. Perhaps making any adjustments that are necessary as you breathe and allow to support the body. Taking these few moments to feel gravity as it pulls the body down onto the floor. Perhaps observing the sensations of the breath, softening the body, releasing, relaxing. Simply observing the body as a whole. And now, if it feels right for you, placing the hands on the abdomen and observing the physical sensations of the breath move within the body. Taking a few moments, feeling with the hands, perhaps noticing with the abdomen, the pressure of the hands on the abdomen. Perhaps noticing the movement of breath. Observing whatever it is that is presenting itself for you. And now, if it feels right for you, gently placing the hands on the chest and observing the movement of breath in whatever capacity is being shown to you. Observing the movement of breath within the chest, perhaps noticing the feeling of material under the hands, or the pressure of the hands on the skin. And with the next exhale, bring the arms back down to the sides of the body. allowing them to relax onto the floor. And once again, having an observation of the movement of breath flowing in and out of the body like a gentle wave. And with the breath, very slowly and gently begin lifting the arms up towards the ceiling, moving slowly and deliberately with intention, bringing the arms up so that they are resting on either side of the ears and allowing them to release and relax onto the ground. Pausing for a moment here, feeling the movement of breath within the body, how it is slightly changed with the arms in this position. And now, if it feels right for you, allowing a stretch in between the hands all the way down to the heels, pulling up with the hands, pulling down with the heels, and bringing the body into a full stretch. Making sure to breathe and feel and allow these sensations to happen. And if at any time you need to come out of a movement, you are more than welcome to. Or if the movement feels particularly lovely today, you're more than welcome to stay within the pose. And allowing the stretch to relax. Very slowly and gently bringing back the arms back up towards the ceiling. Feeling the movement of air in between the fingertips. When the arms are by the sides of the body, allowing them to rest on the floor. Pausing here for a breath, feeling differences between the efforts of that movement to now. And for our next movement, we will be bringing our knees up towards the ceiling with the feet flat on the floor, close to the bottom. And we will be doing pelvic tilts. With the pelvic tilt, we will be tilting the pelvis up towards the ceiling so that the low back is pushed into the floor, and then tilting the pelvis down so that there could be a bit of a space under the low back. So moving at a pace that feels right for you, feels good for you. Tilting the pelvis up and down. Exhaling on the up tilt, inhaling on the down tilt. If anything should hurt or cause pain, please refrain from doing this movement. Simply observing these sensations, the movement, what is being called to the attention. With the next breath, bringing the low back into neutral spine, which is the normal, natural position for you. Inhale and exhale, bringing the knees to the chest and perhaps placing the hands on the shins, or if it feels right for you, even hugging the knees. And pausing here for a few breaths and feeling the stretch and wherever it is that you're feeling it. The low back, the legs, perhaps even upper back. Simply breathing and feeling and observing whatever sensations are here, working within your limits, noticing all of these sensations, taking your time. Simply breathing and feeling. And now, if it feels right for you, and you'd like to do this, encourage a bit of a rocking left and right, allowing the back to press into the floor, observing whatever sensations are present. Simply breathing and feeling. Perhaps checking in with the jaw or the tongue. Are you holding them or are they relaxed? Allowing the movement to happen, working within your capabilities. And if you're ready, coming back to center and very slowly and deliberately allowing the arms to rest back to the body, bringing the knees or the feet back to the floor, and stretching the legs out so they're resting on the floor. Pausing here for a few moments to breathe and feel. And now, keeping the right leg flat on the ground, lifting the left knee up towards the chest and placing both hands on the shin. Feeling this stretch here, where do you notice it on this side? Observing these sensations, and if it feels right for you, taking a breath in, engaging the core and lifting the forehead towards the knee. Staying within your limitations, holding this position if it feels good, or allowing the head to very slowly float back towards the floor. Inhale, and with an exhale, relaxing the head back down to the floor, releasing the shins, allowing the arms to float to the floor, and bringing the left leg down to the floor. Pausing for a breath, feeling these sensations here. Inhale and exhale, keeping the left leg flat and bringing the right knee towards the chest, wrapping the hands around the calf or the shin, and pulling, stretching, feeling this. A modification for this movement would be to wrap the hands around the back of the thigh, if that feels right for you. It's always encouraged to explore and try all the different movements. Simply feeling this stretch and wherever it's presenting itself for you. And now inhale, and on the exhale, engaging the core, lifting the forehead towards the knee, and feeling the strength of the body. Breathing and feeling, perhaps checking in with the jaw or the tongue. Are you holding them? Is your core holding your body up? Simply exploring whatever sensations are here. Inhale and exhale, lowering the head to the ground, lowering the arms, lowering the right leg. And once again, coming back to lying on the ground, observing the breath, observing the sensations. Simply breathing and feeling. And now rolling in a very gentle way, very mindful way, leaning over onto the side of the body, taking your time, and rolling over so that you are on all fours on your mat. Checking with the alignment, making sure that the wrists are under the elbow or under the elbows and under the shoulders, and that the knees are under the hips. Toes can be curled under if that feels safer for you, or feet can be flat. And we will be doing cat-cow. With cat, you inhale and arch the back. And then to go into cow, exhale and lower the belly towards the floor, lifting the head up. Inhale, lowering the head, arching the back, really feeling the stretch, observing the breath. Exhale, lowering the belly, lifting the head up towards the ceiling. And now moving at a pace that works for you, taking your time, feeling the stretch. And if you should perhaps be finding an area or a stretch that feels good, feel free to pause within that stretch and take a breath, for it is the movement of the breath within the body that helps to bring a bit of a massage to that tight muscle or to that sensation that you were noticing. And if it feels right for you, coming back to neutral, pausing for a moment, and we will be doing a balancing pose. So once again, keeping this pose within your limitations, always honoring how you feel within the moment. We will be starting with shifting the body weight onto the left hand, shifting the body weight onto the right knee, bringing the left leg out with the toes curled under. And if it feels right for you, bringing the right arm up and out. Pausing here for a breath. And when you have found your center of balance, lifting that left leg up. It might help the balance to pick a spot in front of you and stare at that spot. Simply breathing and feeling. And with the next exhale, bringing the left foot down to the ground, the right hand down to the ground, coming back to center. Pausing for a moment for a breath and observing these sensations that are present for you. Now shifting the body weight onto the right hand and the left knee, bringing the right foot out with the toes curled under. And when you have found your center of balance, if it feels right for you, bring in the left arm up and out. And then if it feels right again, bring the right leg up and holding this position, engaging the core and the glutes, staring ahead at a point in front of you. And feel free to come out of the position at any time that feels right. And with the next exhale, lowering the right foot, lowering the left hand, coming back to neutral spine, pausing for a moment to feel these sensations that are here. And if it feels right for you, going back into cat and cow. Really stretching out. Moving in a way that feels good. Observing any sensations that are present. If you should feel any pain, please refrain from doing that movement or from going that far. Working within the limitations of the body, simply breathing and feeling. And if you'd like to stay in cat and cow for a few moments longer, you can. Or coming to neutral spine, very slowly and mindfully moving the body so that you are back to lying on your back on the ground. Honoring your needs within this moment. Taking the time to allow the legs to relax, release, lie on the ground, arms by the side, palms up. Perhaps making any bodily adjustments that need to be made that you notice as you're observing the body as a whole. Breathing and feeling. And with the next exhale, bringing the knees up towards the ceiling with feet flat on the floor. And we'll be doing a bridge pose. So being sure to keep the feet planted on the floor. Inhale, and with an exhale, lifting the pelvis up and holding it. Breathing and feeling these sensations. Using the glute muscles for stabilization. Engaging the abdomen muscles. And if it feels right for you, perhaps reaching with the hands, clasping them under the back. Simply holding and feeling whatever it is that is being brought to the attention. Perhaps checking in with the jaw, the neck, the tongue. Are you holding them? Are they relaxing? Sometimes we use extra muscles that are not necessary to be used in that moment. Now releasing the hands if you're holding them, and very slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, allowing the back to go back gently to the floor. Allowing the legs to stretch out, lying on the floor once again. Next, we will be going into a side twist. So once again, if you have any injuries that you need to really be aware of, please modify the pose into a way that works for you. We will be bringing the left knee up with the left foot flat on the floor. And with this position, you can modify the arms. You can either have them by your sides or under the head, supporting the head in whichever way works for you. So I will have my hands under my head, and with the left knee up, I will quite simply bring it across the body and allow it to relax onto the floor. And again, if you should feel any pain with this, please refrain. It might even be helpful to place a block or a blanket under the knee if that feels right for you to bolster it. Otherwise, simply allowing the body to stretch, allowing the body to relax on the floor, breathing and feeling, perhaps taking a deeper than normal breath and feeling the movement of the breath in whatever area that is being called to the attention. Allowing the side twist to bring about whatever sensations that are presenting themselves. Inhale, and with the exhale, bringing the left knee back to the middle or to the ground, lying down, keeping the arms wherever is comfortable for you. Inhale, and on the exhale, bringing the right foot to the floor with the knee up towards the ceiling. Inhale and exhale, bringing the right leg across the body, allowing the stretch to happen. Simply breathing and feeling whatever is presenting itself for you. Perhaps taking a deeper than normal breath and exploring these sensations with the mind's eye. Inhale and exhale, bringing the right leg back to center, releasing the arms, allowing them to lay by the sides of the body, palms up, and once again, checking in with the body, noticing the sensations of this effort. Inhale, and with an exhale, if it feels right for you, bringing the right leg straight up towards the ceiling and allowing the hands to wrap around, whether it's the back of the hamstring or the calf, but never wrap them around the knees. You always want to protect your knees. So keeping your right leg up towards the ceiling, feeling the stretch wherever it is that you're feeling it. Perhaps offering a bit of a rotation in the ankle, flexing and extending the foot, moving the ankle in circles, allowing these sensations to happen. Now we will be engaging our core for a balancing pose. Inhale, and on the exhale, bringing the knee towards, or the forehead towards the knee, holding this position, observing wherever it is that you're noticing it. Breathing and feeling. And with your next exhale, very gently bringing the head back to the floor, releasing the right leg, allowing the right leg to rest on the floor, allowing the arms to rest by the side. Feeling the efforts of this movement. Inhale, and with an exhale, bringing the left leg up towards the ceiling, wrapping the hands around the hamstring, around the calf, if you should be so flexible, wherever it is that feels right for you. Engaging the muscles of the leg as they hold the leg up into the air towards the ceiling. And then if it feels right, perhaps offering a flexion and extension of the foot and ankle rotations. Really honoring these movements, honoring how it feels, giving yourself what you need in this moment. Breathing and feeling, observing whatever it is that's happening. Inhale, and on the exhale, engaging the core and bringing the forehead towards the knee. Perhaps checking with the jaw and the tongue. Are they being used in this movement right now, or are they loose? Are you able to breathe in this movement? For when we're holding our breath, we must be able to remember to breathe. Inhale, and with the exhale, lowering the head back to the floor, allowing the hands to release the leg, allowing the leg to float to the floor, and the arms to rest by the sides. Once again, lying here for a few breaths and feeling the efforts of that movement. Breathing in, and with the exhale, we will be rolling onto the sides of the body. Feel free to move in a way that feels right for you, whether you will be facing the camera or simply following the guidance. So with your head supported by your arm and your arm on the top will be keeping you balanced in front of the chest, both legs straight out. Pausing here for a moment, taking a breath and feeling the movement of breath in the body from this angle. Another inhale, and on the exhale, engage in the leg that's on top and bringing it up towards the ceiling. Making sure to stay comfortable and balanced. Engaging the abdomen muscles, the leg muscles. Holding the leg up in a position that works for you. Inhale and exhale, bringing the leg back down. Taking a moment to observe the sensations of that effort. Inhale, and on the exhale, once again, bringing that left leg up, engaging the muscles. Holding it if it feels right for you, or gently lowering the legs if that feels right for you. Inhale, and on the exhale, lowering the left leg. If you'd like to allow the arm to extend and the head to rest on the arm, and feeling the efforts of that movement before we move to the other side. Now we will be doing the same movement, so if you'd like to roll away from the camera, you will be guided through it. I will move so that I am still facing the camera. Lying on the opposite side of the body, head supported, arm in the front or hand in the front of the chest on the floor for balance, and observing the muscles that are being used to hold the body in this position. Inhale and exhale, bringing that top leg up into the air, engaging the muscles, whether in the abdomen, the obliques, the legs. Inhale and exhale, lowering that top leg to the ground. Pausing for a moment here and observing the efforts of that movement. Inhale and exhale, bringing that right leg back up towards the ceiling. Feeling the muscles that are being engaged. Breathing and observing whatever sensations are present for you. Inhale and exhale, lowering that right leg towards the body. I'm sorry, it could have been any leg. Lowering the top leg towards the body. And if you'd like, allowing the arm to relax and allowing the body, the head, to lie on the floor for a few breaths and observing the efforts of that movement. Inhale, and for our next movement, we will be rolling onto our stomachs. Using any props that you need, especially if you need one for your neck. Allowing the face to rest to the right side. Arms by your sides. Feet, legs relaxed on the floor. And pausing here for a few moments, observing the sensations of this. For how often do we allow ourselves to lie on our bellies on the floor? And once again, if you should feel any pain at all, especially in the neck, please support the neck. Please support your pain levels. work within your limitations and do a stretch that you know feels right for you. Simply breathing and feeling. With the neck to the right, very gently engaging the left leg and lifting the left leg up into the air and holding it. And observing this movement. Where are the muscles being engaged to lift this leg? Breathing and feeling these sensations. Inhale and exhale, lowering that left leg to the floor. Pausing for a breath, observing the efforts of that movement. Inhale, exhale. And on the next breath, we will be lifting the face up and moving it to the left, to be resting on the right side. So inhale, lifting the face, moving it the opposite way, and then resting the right cheek onto the floor. And then pausing for a few breaths here and observing the efforts of this movement. Are you perhaps noticing anything different as the face rests on this side? Simply observing with kindness, staying within your limitations. Inhale, and with the exhale, bringing that right leg up into the air towards the ceiling, engaging these muscles. Holding it, breathing, feeling whatever it is that is coming up. Inhale, and with the exhale, lowering that right leg towards the ground. And pausing for a few breaths here, observing the sensations of that effort. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, lifting the face up off of the floor, stretching the chest up, allowing the chest to open up with the breath, holding this. And once again, if there's any pain in the body, please refrain from doing this chest opening stretch. Simply breathing and feeling, pulling back with the shoulders, lifting with the face, looking straight ahead if it feels right for you. Inhale and exhale, bringing the face to the opposite side of the body so you're resting with the left cheek on the floor. Breathing and feeling whatever sensations are present. And now if you would like to stay lying on your belly, you're more than welcome to. Or if it is a bit uncomfortable and you'd like to roll over into lying on your back, you're more than welcome to do that as well. We're going to take the next few moments to simply breathe and observe the physical sensations in the body as a whole. Perhaps making any adjustments that you're noticing need to be made as you breathe and allowing the body to sink into the floor. Allowing yourself to be supported by the floor. Perhaps having an awareness of how the gravity is pulling you onto the floor. And now directing the attention to the movement of breath within the body. Where are you noticing it now, the movement of breath? Where is it flowing in and out of the body like a gentle wave? observing the movement of breath within the body, and focusing the attention on the movement of air in and out of the nostrils. Releasing that focus of the breath, and once again observing the body as a whole. Perhaps starting to wiggle the fingers and toes, making any bodily adjustments that are needed. And when you're ready, coming back to sitting. Thank you for experiencing that mindful movement with me today.